Welcome to episode 6 of the Friggin Nerds Podcast. I am your host, Mario Lima, joined always by the Friggin Nerd crew.
Hey!
What up?
Hanging out on the docks of the Caribbean, it seems, this week. We got the lovely, my future wife, Alicia Dumas.
That's me.
That's you.
And I'm not in the Caribbean. I'm on a pirate ship.
In the Caribbean? Where's the pirate?
What's that port in Pirates?
Wasn't it like
the port where they they drink and they're merry?
I'm just gonna say you're in Baldur's Gate, and that's our pirate ship from D&D.
There you go.
I mean, that's originally what this pirate ship was. Yes. So,
yes.
All right, fine, Mike.
And then across the waters of the sea, we got our good pals from Nashville, Tennessee.
That was rhyming.
Yes, thank you. With the blonde bombshell herself, Friggin Nerd B.
I thought you were gonna say the blonde bombshell himself, Mike.
Yes, I'm waiting for it.
He's like white, the white bombshell.
Yeah. The white bombshell with the headband, the long flowing locks himself, Sweaty Mike, aka
What's up, guys?
Mike Berkey.
What's up? How are you guys doing on this lovely Tuesday? I got my headband in mainly because I'm on a winning streak with our nonsense drafts. And I
don't even want to talk to you all this week. I'm
coming in hot. I came off of beating Mario in a Star Wars nonsense draft.
I feel
Star
betrayed.
Wars man himself.
I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed by my own community.
Man, you went with Salacious Crumb. That was your number one.
He doesn't want to talk to you either.
Problem.
He's sitting on the shelf. He's gonna give you guys a stink eye the whole time. He's pissed. He's pissed.
I would also like to point out, not only did I take out Mario, but he ended up getting last.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
In this, which is
the amount of
which is amazing because Britt doesn't even know Star Wars.
I know. I was very impressed.
Well, who got third and second?
I got second.
Yep.
You got second.
Lee started coming back towards the end there.
I don't get it. It's like we got new trilogy fans. We got the Vader fans, I guess. But man, no love. I mean, I had Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. What's going on?
From what I was reading in the comments,
I think they were punishing you.
Yeah, they were totally on board, and Crumb just bombed your chances. Is for what I was.
I don't
reading.
understand what's wrong with them.
You cast a vote for, and sometimes you cast a vote against, and I think that's what happened to you this week, Mario. I think that they casted a vote.
It's
against.
okay. Next time y'all talk to me about Star Wars, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. Next time y'all talk to me about those original trilogy movies.
Listen, James says, new trilogy fans, no love for the OGs. Bro, if I had just picked in my second pick, if I had gone without Finn and picked somebody from the OG trilogies, I probably could have beat Mike. I had all the cutie pies in my team.
Yep.
Wait, is James saying he has no love for the OGs, or are you saying that
he's saying
new trilogy fans don't?
Yeah.
New trilogy fans. Yeah, it's like you guys got to know where we all started. You know what I mean? It's like you're not you don't have these great characters without the other characters. You know what I mean? Like know, because people talk about you talk about Finn and people say like, oh, it's like the first African American in Star Wars. Bro, you had Lando Calrissian. People forget about Lando Calrissian.
And
go on.
There was Lando and there was one other.
Who's the other one? Name him.
Oh God.
This is here, Chris. Let's see what a true fan is. The true fan lost last week somehow, but you guys can't name characters. Go ahead.
I also like
it's your lightsaber.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Thank you.
Pepperoni
Lord have
calzones
mercy.
are delicious.
Oh,
What about
Brit,
pepperoni
you're making me
calzone?
hungry again.
Gee whiz. Anyways, guys, let's get off these. Let's get away
We're
from
off the rails.
Yeah, let's get away from the Star Wars. Hey, I want to talk about. I'm pissed at y'all. I want to talk about.
I want to talk about
But
it.
shouts out to the real ones that voted for me last week. But anyways,
The
guys.
real MVPs.
Anyways, guys, this is the Friggin Nerds Podcast. Every week we get together here on this twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media to talk about the Friggin Nerd news that you guys care about. So we're going to switch over to Sweaty Mike for the news of the week.
Yo,
Ba-ba-ba-bam.
Give us the sweaty news, mate.
That's right. Yeah, that's the drop right there. I'm going to record that and play that every time we go in.
I would like to preface this
That's
podcast.
going to be a sound bite right
Yeah.
there.
Letting
Give
you
us
all
the sweaty
know
news, Mike.
I'm heavily medicated.
Yes, Brit is
And
heavily medicated.
Anything I say tonight cannot be used against me in a court of law.
I knew you were going to go there.
I felt it too.
I felt that sentence finishing that way.
Yep.
Carry on, sweaty news.
So here
Carry
we go.
on,
Here's your
boys.
sweaty nerd news for the week. We've got Pokemon Go news update. So we talked about Pokemon Go.
Yes.
A couple episodes ago. That wasn't the Star Wars episode. What was? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Pokemon Go update. They announced who the May Community Day is going to be.
Boo.
And it is Swablu. More
Are you
like
actually shitting me?
Swaboo.
Am I right?
That
one's-
shiny has been out forever. I have a bunch of them. It's not
Oh.
Like me, I only got like 2, I think, from the Go Fest last year. But other than that, like I'm not pumped about it. And a quick side story. Today I was playing and it was Dratini like Spotlight Hour.
Spotlight,
Bro,
yep.
Spotlight Hours are trash. I'm sorry, Niantic. But like
I know.
I'll play that for the straight hour and no shinies, bro. Like I've never gotten a shiny in Spotlight Hour.
I don't think any of us have ever
I
gotten
have.
a shiny.
I got one. I got one of the
Oh, that's
crabbies.
right, that's
I got
right.
one of the
Oh,
crabbies.
it's
But
tough. It's like a low
listen,
percentage.
they have to decrease the percentage of the shiny rate because the amount that you check during that spotlight hour is crazy.
Yeah, but they just
Yeah.
did the Merrill. It wasn't Spotlight Hour. It was the research. I
Yeah.
got like 3 puppies off that one. It's like,
Yep.
what the heck? Why can't I do
And
that?
that's also
Why else
a
would we be
useless
playing
freaking
it?
Pokemon. That is
Yeah,
Marill
exactly.
is a useless Pokemon in Pokemon Go right now. I'm like,
Nobody's
there's not a
checking
second.
them for a hundo.
Yeah,
Like, there's
exactly.
not a third evolution here. This is
Right.
like max 800 CP. What am I gonna
Right.
do with this thing?
I mean,
You
I still,
basic, Marill. You basic. Give us a shiny.
I do like
Yeah.
I do like the shinies for those. I like the shinies for those.
I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
well,
like a little Easter egg. It's kind of cool.
That's the trade-off. It's not a great Pokemon, but it looks cool. If it was a great Pokemon and it
If you could
looked
get
bad.
one,
Yeah.
that's his point. We can't get one.
Oh yeah, for Dratini? Oh yeah.
On the-
Oh,
I
the
know.
the Trini too. Yeah, I want that green
Any of
Dragonite
them.
forever.
Tradini.
the
But-
Tradini.
On Pokemon
Tradini.
Trash Hour.
Now, they did redeem themselves a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if you know this yet, Britt. They did announce who the community day is going to be in June.
Yeah.
That is going to be Mr. Gibble himself.
Gibble!
We're going to get some Gibble love. Now,
I'll take
what's
some Gibble.
hilarious is there was almost as much backlash for Gibble as there was for Swablu,
What?
but for a different reason. Everybody who has a shiny Gibble currently is
Yeah.
mad because now they're like
it came from GoFest.
from GoFest because
That's
now
the
they're
one
like
I didn't get, and I wanted so bad Mario.
Well,
Here's
now
the
my-
thing. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Let's not even talk about GoFest because GoFest was
Ooh.
trash this year. I got
Last
one
year.
shiny. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
This
Ouch.
past year, one shiny in a 2-day event, and
You only
I
got
had
one?
I had a one, and the other one ran from me.
oh my god.
I
hurts
only
even more.
only saw 2 the whole time, and one of them ran.
That's crazy. Pokemon Master Holly, I know, only got like
Yeah,
one
she did
shiny.
not do well either. We had a great GoFest though. I actually
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
I
liked
did. I did
GoFest.
great myself. You know, this is weird. This is how they kind of punish certain, players because I'm like, you pay for that event, so it's like
Yeah.
a bummer
Yeah.
when something like that happens to Lee. Where it's like you get nothing. It's like, come on. So
$15 for a weekend and nothing.
yeah, so
So I mean, it's definitely going to be better when they have those back in person. But I thought it was okay. But Gibble is going to be the community day. Everybody complains about everything all the time, so not surprised that people are like, no, my rare shiny's not going to be as rare. Oh well, Gibble's coming. Get your Garchomps on. Go get them.
Let's go.
There you go.
The next Pokemon Go news, the last one we'll mention.
There's one more after that.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Well, here, go ahead. What was it?
Well, I'm not sure about the context, but Josh posted in our Discord earlier today that shiny Galarian Ponyta was released, as was Pancham.
Yes,
regular Pancham, yeah.
Pancham is in raid battles currently. Nice. And it sounds like, I don't know where shiny Galarian Ponyta is. It just sounds like maybe
you might get that from eggs. You might get that from eggs. I'm not sure.
Well, it's currently the research reward, like the weekly one that you get.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the box.
So
yeah.
I just finally got my first Galarian Ponyta from that, but it wasn't shiny. But they are releasing the next evolution, ladies and gentlemen. Sylveon.
My shiny girl. I love her.
Sylveon. Is it Sylveon? That's the fairy one, right?
Yeah.
Did I write that wrong?
Oh, I hope it's that one. The one that you see in Snap, right?
Yeah, it's Sylveon.
It's the fairy one. Yeah, the pink one. Espeon. I was thinking of Espeon for a second.
We already had Espeon.
Yeah. Sylveon is what is coming. It's going to be part of an event that starts on May 25th at the end of this month. So get your EVs ready for that event.
You held on to some shiny ones.
Yeah, because that one. Is that the one you have
name
to?
Trick.
I thought. Well, isn't there like a thing you have to like make it your buddy or something?
Yeah.
The
Sylveon and Umbreon. You have to make them your buddy and evolve either at night or during the day.
Oh,
to get
okay.
Either one.
Okie dokie.
But they will have the name trick like they've had for the other evolutions, which should be fun.
I wish that.
Hooray!
Are they gonna do it twice so you can do a shiny one?
No.
Oh no! So do I do a shiny one?
Only once.
I'm gonna do it on my shiny.
Wait, you can only get one Sylveon?
No,
the name trick.
The name trick can only be used once per account.
To be fair, I've used it more than once, but maybe that was before they changed the rules.
Oh, Lee's got her Game Shark
Hacker.
on. Game Shark coming in hot. All right, we're gonna move over to Stranger Things.
Ooh, a Stranger Things. Every time now that I watch Stranger Things, I'm gonna think about Lee because of the Demigorgon, and that's her like her demon,
my fiend
in D&D.
Yes,
that's what Lee worships every night as a Demigorgon. So we got a season 4 teaser trailer at the end of last week.
The second one.
So very intriguing stuff happening now. Looks like we may be kind of looking at the origin story of 11.
Yeah, it looks at least back. It's like a flashback to the clinic. What's it called? Like the research lab that she lived in.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like super creepy, and all the kids are like, "Yes, Papa," which is creepy as hell. Why do you call him Papa? That's a weird thing to do. Like, it's bad enough that you're experimenting on children, but the fact that you make them all creepily call you Papa really ups the weirdo factor for me.
It really, yeah.
It's a little strange.
That's really weird. Also,
that adds pedophile to the weirdo factor.
So. Like, I was like, I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, they were playing Plinko in it, which basically now ruins that game for me. So, and Peggle.
Oh no,
not Peggle. We had fun with Peggle last week.
Yeah, so we're looks like we're gonna see some of the other little kids that were in there with 11.
We have seen another person that was from that facility grown up in season 2. That was 8.
I was 8.
But we haven't seen anybody else outside of that. And
curiously, so they go through in this teaser and they show like the different doors, which are numbered for like, their name or whatever. But there's no number 8 door.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
Yeah, it goes 7, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And 11?
And 11. Yep, 11's there.
Yeah. Sounds like one of public school kids like me numbered those doors.
Yeah, that's how we count here in Tennessee.
Is 8 Demogorgon maybe? Is that why?
Oh, maybe. But we do know, just a quick reminder, we did get our first teaser before COVID happened, back in February of 2020. And what's really nice about that teaser is we have confirmation that Hopper is
Hopper's alive.
Thank God.
He's in like Russia.
Yeah.
Or something like Siberia.
So I guess we're probably going to see some origin story stuff with 11. We're probably going to see a continuation of what we saw in season 3, where we're going to follow how Hopper survived, you know, what he did in season 3. So super pumped. That's one of my favorite.
If we have
shows.
a down episode, we should do like
a recap,
theories, a recap, but theories about what season 4 is going to be about.
Yo, I'm down.
Yes.
Because I'm here for
100%.
There is no official release date for season 4 yet.
There are definitely theories based on dice that have shown up in the teasers.
Oh,
like people have a couple of different date options that they're throwing out based on like there's 2 dice, you know.
Yep.
Like a 3, you know. Yeah. So.
So the theory for that is sometime, I think it was March, is what they said. It could be March of 2022. But it could be as early as like the end of this year. But I definitely expect it by the beginning of next year.
I feel like
they did it in July last time, right?
Yeah, but I think COVID like
pushed it.
I just
like,
don't
screwed everything
understand
up.
why Netflix would be like ramping up the hype
right
for a show that they're not planning on releasing until next year.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean they've dropped 2 trailers and one of them was a year ago.
But that could have been because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I think they were.
But they might just be reminding you, like, hey, this is a thing that's going to be happening at some point.
Oh,
soon.
100%. Yeah, but I think they were gearing up to release season 4 either in October of 2020, which ended up getting derailed because of COVID, and so they started doing that in February of 2020, and then COVID derailed everything. And so
we need this, guys. Netflix soon, not Niantic soon.
Yes,
right?
Netflix soon.
We don't want Niantic soon. That's not the kind of soon we're looking for.
There we go.
Soon, TM.
You know what we are looking for though is the Loki show. Yo, how was that transition?
There you go.
I'm learning. Oh, what
can I show off my bag?
Yeah, go get it. So Loki has just been announced to be moving its normal Disney Plus Marvel time slot, which is Fridays.
Which screws up our whole schedule.
Screws up our entire schedule. We're not entirely sure what's going to happen. We're going to talk behind the scenes about how we're going to handle that, but it screws up a lot of things. But here's something cool. This is Britt's Mother's Day present from us and the kids. For those on stream, sorry audio listeners,
I got my lounge fly bag that I wanted so bad. It never shows up right on screen, but all this is like
it is a Loki lounge fly for those at home.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. Lee found it when we were in Universal, and ever since I haven't let it go. I'm like, don't forget, Mama wants this bag. Every time I'm around the kids alone, I'm like, remember what Mama wants.
I saw it and I got so excited, but then I was also like, wait, Britt, maybe you shouldn't look. Like
yeah, exactly.
I was so excited. Happy Mother's Day to me.
But Loki is moving to Wednesdays. So FYI, for those waiting for Loki, don't expect to hang out on Friday and do a watch party Friday night to watch it. It's going to be Wednesdays now. I think I know why they did that. The more I thought about it.
Why, Mike? Tell us.
Because they were crashing the internet on Fridays.
Yeah, it was like, what's happening? No, I think with the return to the movie theater, all the movies release on Friday.
True.
And so I believe they're trying to not compete with themselves. So they're like, Black Widow.
That's fair.
I think Black Widow is releasing while this is on. And so they don't want to have their finale for Loki to be the same day as the release date for Black Widow. I don't know if that lines up, but
that makes sense
at this point. But that makes a lot of sense.
So I think they're like, let's not set the ideal date for
important to note
Marvel
that
stuff on Friday.
Disney actually forgot to consult with us about our schedule.
Yeah,
because Wednesdays don't really work for us. But thanks Disney for that.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
Appreciate that.
We're a really big deal. And we
are
appreciated a little
heads
consulting.
Up. Yep. Some other Marvel
opportunity
news
for some input.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Jeez. Some other Marvel news real quick. Just a quick point out. Miss Marvel, which is going to be another Disney Plus show, has finished filming today.
Let's go.
So it is done. It's releasing Q4 of this year. So expect that to be another Marvel show to watch.
They're gonna
expect that show
real fast.
That's right. And so that's going to be tying in with Captain Marvel, of course, for the Marvels movie that's coming out, I think next year. And then another bit of Marvel news. I'm going to jump to this one. WandaVision.
Yeah, this is good.
This is interesting. So the creators of WandaVision came out with news that they had a deleted scene that featured Doctor Strange in it. And they decided to pull it.
Was it the last episode?
It was in the last episode.
It was
Was it when Wanda's like doing the thing?
Let them explain.
Okay. I just wanted to know. I have questions.
Well, they will tell you.
Sorry.
They didn't say when.
They
There's
didn't.
Theories,
They didn't specifically say when the scene was going to be, but the theories are going. But they did confirm 100% that they were planning on Doctor Strange to be in it as a cameo towards the end of the show. But
they didn't want to overshadow.
They didn't want to overshadow Wanda's evolution into Scarlet Witch.
I really don't think that it would. So here's how they were planning to use it. The commercials were supposed to be messages from Strange. So the popular thought, I guess, about when he was supposed to have appeared. Remember the episode in the 2000s? And the commercial was a depression commercial. And it says, like, you know, if blah, 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 consult your doctor. Consult your doctor. Yeah. That's what people were thinking. That was the episode that he probably would have popped into. What do y'all think, though? I feel like that would make sense. I don't feel like it would have.
I don't think that would have overshadowed. If it was, that was his only scene. And that was kind of like the understanding is that the commercials was him trying to break through the hex to get to her, like to get through to her. Like I would have been like, oh, that's cool.
That commercials were so confusing. Like it too, but it was like it didn't seem like that was Wanda's doing, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So it would have made more sense.
Like,
and
is this her
they did a nod to Strange. Yeah, they did a nod to Strange at the end anyway when she's sitting there doing her studying.
That's right.
Her ethereal form. How do you even say that word? Ethereal form.
Ethereal. I think it's ethereal, something like that. But anyway, I think that's kind of cool, but I'm also kind of bummed at the same time, I guess, because I was like, okay, that's cool, but why? Why you should have just kept that in there? I think that would have been fine. But anyway,
cool. They actually said that because they took out that scene, they've had to kind of like rework parts of the Doctor Strange into the multiverse.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. They had to go back and kind of tweak a couple things because they took that scene out of WandaVision. So maybe we'll see part of that explained in Multiverse of Madness. I don't know. We'll see. Then one more bit of news here before I pass it over to Lee is Netflix has a premiere. I mentioned this on the last episode. It's called Army of the Dead. It has Dave Bautista in it.
Isn't that a wrestler?
Drax, baby. That's Drax.
Oh, it's Drax. See, I don't know people's real names.
Yeah.
What does Spider-Man say? Oh, we're using our made-up names?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Spider-Man.
But that is releasing this week, Thursday, May the 13th. I think we're probably going to watch it.
What's it about?
I can tell you.
Please do. Please do.
It's about zombie apocalypse. However, there's a little twist in there. There's like a bank heist in a zombie apocalypse where they're trying to break into somewhere that has a bunch of resources and I'm assuming money. And so this person tries to put together a team to go get it.
Why would you need to rob a bank if the world came to an end?
Because there's still like sanctuaries of people that are still alive.
That use cash money?
Listen, we don't ask questions in zombie apocalypse movies, okay? We just sit down and enjoy them.
Fair enough.
With Drax killing some folks.
As long as it's Drax, I'm here for the party.
Yeah, so that is releasing on Thursday. We may do a little bit of review on it next week, possibly, if you guys are down for it.
I guess we've got to finish our current one, Jupiter's
Ascending. No, that's the movie. Jupiter's Legacy. Yep.
Oh, I got to do that too.
Good. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Shadow and Bone, but
I haven't even finished
some nerdery. Finish that one first. Shadow and Bone is really, really good. Okay. This one's like, it's okay. It's good. It's nerd content, and I like that.
Yep.
I'm like not in love with it or anything. I wouldn't marry it.
It's entertaining.
I wouldn't take it home to mom, but you know,
it's kind of like the Mortal Kombat movie. Like it's entertaining.
No.
Oh,
Don't put those together.
Don't open up that book again.
I feel like Army of the Dead is going to be like Mortal Kombat. But Mario, what are your thoughts on Army of the Dead, real quick, before we move on to?
I'm pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie. It's just kind of like, you know, I'm always been a sucker for zombie flicks. I was always a big Walking Dead fan, and you know, it's kind of has like a Walking Dead / Zombieland kind of feel. You know, I'm down for a goofy little, you know, fun movie with Dave Bautista. You know, I want to see him 100%. Bautista bomb some zombies, you know, and it's really cool because, like, when I first saw it, I had no idea about it. I didn't see any like leaks about it or anything online, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a heist movie. I think I mentioned this last week or the week before. Like, I thought it was gonna be a heist movie. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And then zombies start popping up. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be ridiculous. So I'm pumped for it. I think it's gonna be a fun time, and it's Zack Snyder film, right?
And it's a Snyder flick.
So it can't be. Snyder. I think it's gonna be a fun time. I think it's gonna be great.
Mario, as a zombie fan, do you find yourself rewatching Zombies on Disney frequently with the dancing zombies?
The show Zombies?
It's a movie.
There's a show called Zombies.
There's 2 of them.
It's a musical on Disney.
But Mike wouldn't know that because Mike watched Nickelodeon.
Watch it with you.
Right? No, this is a current Disney show. It is current.
Penny loves
Penny
it.
is obsessed. I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was a show.
The zombies have super sick dance moves.
Oh.
All right.
They are green, and they just want to play on the football team.
That's it. Just you know, just let
that's
them
such
be.
a wholesome type deal. You know.
Speaking of wholesome.
Here it comes. Here's the flip.
What about that? The Game of Thrones family dynamics, huh? Yeah. That's very wholesome.
Yeah,
right?
That's wholesome. I think that's the reverse of wholesome, but
yes,
sure.
Probably. But Lee, do you have some news to share about the new Game of Thrones show?
Lee, tell us more.
Do. I'm going to tell you guys all the dish that I know, which is not very much, to be fair. So I found on my local news station, this is making mainstream news, y'all.
Dang.
Yeah, local turnto10.com posted a bunch of new pictures from the set of, what the hell's the name of the show? House of Dragon.
House of Dragon.
Wait, your
House of the Dragon. My local news.
That's where we first saw it.
There?
No, that's where we saw it first.
Oh, I was like, that is so cool.
It's
No.
being filmed in Rhode Island.
I wish. There have been some things filmed in Rhode Island, but not very much. I will be honest.
Yeah, because Rhode Island looks like a total mythical land for sure.
That's really where Lord of the Rings.
They're from
shot
the mythical Isle of Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. So, they posted, I think it was 3 or 4 new pictures of characters from the set of the new Game of Thrones spin-off series called House of the Dragon, which is based on one of the newest books by George
Martin.
He's on that boat behind you.
I love how he's producing prequels before he finishes the main freaking series. Good job, man.
Good job, George.
Whatever the hell he wants.
That's right.
He's like, y'all, it's all up here. You'll get it in due time.
You saw it on HBO. I don't need to finish.
I hope he's going to upload his consciousness into a computer because I'm afraid he's going to kick the bucket before these books are done.
He better write them real fast. Anyway, so this one, the book that it's based on is called Fire and Blood. It's his newest book, and it's about 300 years before the TV series Game of Thrones happens. And it is basically about the Targaryen, the Targaryen household, so the House of the Dragons. That's like their symbol, and it was basically it's like a series that's based on when they were ruling the world. Basically, I don't know. Like so I had words.
The Mad King
not there
and all that stuff.
It's like their peak. It's
their peak,
because like the Mad King eventually came along, a couple centuries after that, and so it started to go a little.
Rhaegar.
Rhaegar is the son of the Mad King.
Damn, I was close.
Who's the Mad King? It's not Aegon, isn't it?
I think it's Aemon or Aegon. I can't remember.
Because Aegon was like one of the original ones too, though. Like
They also repeat names, I think, in that family too. So it's like Aegon the Third and stuff like that. So
yeah, the series is a real popular name, guys.
Definitely not Rhaegar, though, because Rhaegar, not going to spoil anything, comes into play very heavily in the Game of Thrones series. So.
Yeah, yes. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut up. Yeah. Carry on.
So anyway, these pictures show some characters which kind of give us an insight if they are going by the book. Granted, like, to be fair, I have not read the book yet, but I will before the series comes out, because we're going to do it together. On Lee's library, y'all. It's gonna happen.
Oh, announcement's been dropped.
We're gonna
sit on the rug at the feet of Mama Lee. We're gonna listen to her read a wholesome family story.
The mother of dragons.
I'm just hoping there's not a lot of hot and heavy scenes in this one, because I'm a little nervous about I'm like, you guys are gonna see me turn scarlet if that's the case. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of like a 5-year-old.
Yes. Thanks for the chat. It is Aerys
the second.
Aerys. Okay. Yes. I was gonna say, because like Aegon is like one of the first big guys. He's like one of the big grandpoppies. All right, so I'm really quick gonna go over the actors and actresses that we see in these new photos that have just dropped, and tell you their character names, because I did a little bit of research, even though I haven't read the books, to figure out how they're all sort of related to each other. So, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, hopefully.
And
but
what's
I'm going to give you an idea.
Related, they could be cousins, brothers, but also lovers.
They could be. So
so gross.
It is so gross. So to be clear, Targaryens are known for their inbreeding, which leads to the Mad King, because they want to keep the bloodline pure. So just so everyone knows, that's why they marry their brothers and sisters. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the first person that we see in a photo in this article, it's, by the way, for those of you who are in our Discord, it is one of the last links in the Friggin Nerd News. It's a Turn to 10 article about new photos from House of the Dragon.
It's also being shown on stream right now.
Oh, you're so good. All right. So the first picture is of Emma Darcy. Is that how we say her name? I think it's Darcy.
Yeah, I think it's right.
Sir Darcy. So Emma Darcy is playing Princess Rhaenyra. Is that how we say her name? Rhaenyra Targaryen, who is the daughter of Viserys the First Targaryen. I need like a visual here. So So Viserys the First is kind of like the main person that ties this all together. So just bear with me here, people. In this picture with her, we see Matt Smith, who is playing Prince Daemon Targaryen, who is her uncle, brother of Viserys the First. Okay, so we got brother and uncle. Rhaenyra.
Are you doing that
Rhaenyra.
to tell us anything?
No.
Well,
is that
no. So, in the book, apparently Rhaenyra gets with her uncle.
Woo!
There's a whole spicy story that goes there. I don't know if they're going to follow that in the series, but
they probably will.
They probably will, because they need a little sexy for it. Yes. So, we'll see. All right. So, they are like a relation, and then there's Steve Toussaint, who did you say he was? What was he in recently?
I saw like Prince of Persia and like some other movies.
Mutant Combatants or something like that.
I forgot what else.
I don't know.
I forgot, whatever. Yeah.
All right, so he is playing Lord Corlys Valerian, who is the sea snake. He is the next picture down. He's like the black face, like creepy dude.
Yeah. I like that. That sounds like
he's Slytherin.
That reminds me of Davos from the main series. He was the Onion Knight, but he was like the smuggler,
the eyeball guy.
Well, he's gonna become the hand supposedly to Rhaenyra eventually.
Oh, okay.
And there's other things too, but yeah, that's what I know about him.
He looks super cool. I'm digging him already with the name Sea Snake,
and
that look. Yo, I'm down.
Like he runs the Navy. Like he's like the guy that runs the Navy in the Navy. So then we have I'm thinking he's kind of gonna be. He seems a lot like Jorah Mormont to me in the way that he relates to people, because he just seems like, he's gonna be the hand to.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see him filling that role.
He kind of like that. That's the vibe I'm getting, but who knows? He could just be a total asshole. We don't know. So
he's like the main villain, and we're like, we love this guy.
We love this guy already. I'm just loving the fact that we're getting like so much information in these character names, because if you do just a little bit of a Google search, you can figure out how this story is sort of going to pan out, and I'm real excited to see this stuff happen. So and to be fair, I don't know the ending of it. So Rhys Hans is going to play Otto Hightower. He's in the last picture, and he is going to be the hand to Viserys the First, who he is going to be the bitter rival to Daemon, who's the uncle of Rhaenyra. They're rivals. He's the hand. He's the guy with the coins. He's the money guy.
Oh, the master of coin.
Master of coin.
Yes.
And he's also the treasurer. Yes.
The leprechaun.
And he's also, so Otto Hightower is the father to Alicent, I'm not sure, Alicent Hightower. She is going to marry Viserys the First after Rhaenyra's mother dies in childbirth with her brother.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
So there's gonna be some tension about the heir to the throne, y'all.
Yo, this sounds pretty sounds like a story I may know that's happening in the main story of Game of Thrones.
Right. Didn't his mom die of childbirth?
I don't know. We can't spoil too much for people that haven't watched Game of Thrones.
You can't spoil. It was years ago.
This is like the biggest spoiler though about the show. So
really?
Yeah, we can't
It's one of them.
We can't comment too much on more of what happened with that. So
guys, go watch Game of Thrones and then come watch me read the book to you all, and then we'll see how the TV series deviates or remains true to the storyline.
I will say though, the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, I know a lot of people complain about, this is a common discussion between book readers that then watch the movies or TV shows, that they're like, they didn't stay with the books, blah, blah, blah. I will say the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, I actually loved. They felt they still stayed faithful to the books, but they changed a few things for the show to make it make sense for a TV show. They did kind of go like off the rails a little bit towards the end of the show, but the first few seasons they did a great job of balancing.
There wasn't a book for the last season, so
no,
yeah,
I know he told them.
But there was a start of some changes from the books that are there that led to the ending. Anyway. I do have some faith though that they're gonna keep true to the source material, because I'm assuming George R. R. Martin,
especially after the backlash from the
ending, from the finale. Yeah.
So
the finale was a little lackluster to some people.
Yeah.
So.
But if Martin is involved, which he probably will be, because he's going to try to do anything to not finish the main book series, he will help make sure that things are. All right, so I'm fine, man. I'm digging this.
I'm so excited for it. It does seem like, from what I've been researching when I was researching for this segment, it does seem like they're going to be picking up in the middle of the book. So I am interested to see if that's the only piece of the book that they're going to be covering in the series, if there's going to be more to it than that, if they're going to be multiple seasons, and there's like 3 main sections of the book, and this is like the second section, I guess, is where it picks up.
Interesting.
So,
well, and I don't think this is the only thing that they're working on in Game of Thrones realm of things.
No, it makes too much money.
Yeah, I've already heard that they're talking about doing some other spin-offs. So
hell yeah.
Buckle in and hang.
It's gonna be a wild ride, y'all. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. So
speaking of buckling in for a wild ride, y'all.
There's the transition. Look at that. So we also got another trailer this week, a couple days ago. Mario, do you want to start talking about this one?
Oh, sure. So we got Venom 2. It's gonna be Carnage. Just got a trailer dropped the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks okay. Like, have you guys seen the first one?
Good. I haven't seen the first one.
I would check out the first one. The first one had definitely some backlash. Speaking of backlash, where it was kind of we kind of went a different way that we thought we were going to go in this film. And
is that first one an origin story of like background of like how the symbiote attaches to the main dude?
You see where the symbiote comes from, and you meet Eddie Brock. It's and it's a little different than your traditional Eddie Brock, where I think it was in the comics too. I'm not sure that he was from San Francisco, but in the movie he's from San Francisco. And I saw
that in this trailer that it opens up seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, which I wasn't expecting, because I just assumed he was in New York, because that's where Spider-Man is.
That's the thing. So looking at this new trailer, I think we might be looking at some New York action. Maybe I'm not sure.
On that too.
Yep, so
I think maybe they had avoided New York before because of the conflict of rights with like Spider-Man. Sony and
so that was a tough time when that movie came out. So it's so they claim it's not connected to Spider-Man, and even the news today and the last few days discussing the trailer, they're saying it's not connected. But I'll open up the article here for y'all to see. So we got some looks of Carnage. We get to see what he looks like. It looks really great. This is something we've been waiting for a very long time.
That red fella is
Carnage.
That's
freaking
Carnage.
Terrifying. Yeah, that is so freaky looking.
They did a really good job. They did a really good job of keeping like the comic book look, but also making him more terrifying.
And there's
like that is the stuff of nightmares.
And there's Venom for it. Yeah, so I think I love in the first one. I love the design of Venom. I thought he looked great. Compared to the first one, where it was like the Raimi one, the Raimi Spider-Man 3 with Venom in it, that looked terrible with Topher Grace.
Yeah.
And just does not look the best. But except to go into chat. Yes, and that's a fun fact. Andy Serkis is directing this movie.
Yep.
Which is super interesting. So I'm curious to see how it's going to look, and but like I said, it looks fun. It's like watching Godzilla, versus Kong. We're in here to see the monsters fight. But we talk about Spider-Man. The trailer had a couple of Spider-Man nods. One being, let me see if I can find the actual clip, is this big one right here. Is this gentleman, I forget the character's name, holding a Daily Bugle newspaper. And not just any Daily Bugle newspaper. It's the exact same logo design as the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, which I will show you one right there. That's a shot from the first movie. No, second movie. I'm sorry, Spider-Man 2. So I wonder, if this was just like a little fun nod, be like, here's the Bugle. It exists in this world. Cool. Because in the MCU, the Bugle is an online news station. We see JJ at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, doing his little podcast and talking shop about Spider-Man and whatnot.
So one of two things happened with that Daily Bugle logo. One, they're doing it on purpose, and they're like, let's either poke fun at people and be like, this is the same universe, or
it's mindfuckery.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're going to be like, nope, screwed y'all up. Or the graphic designers got lazy and they're like, oh, we've already designed this. Let's just use this again.
No.
I feel like Marvel's trolling us just a little bit, like they did with WandaVision with the introduction.
I'm here for it. Troll way.
I will point out too, something that I didn't actually notice until I started watching some recaps of the trailer. If at the very end of that scene, he's holding a newspaper and he like slams it down, you see the interior headline for a split second, and you see the words "Engers" in the headline, and so it's like, is that an article about the Avengers? And so, you know, there could be like are you still just kind of like screwing with our heads a little bit? But the people are thinking that the headline was Avengers Leave Nightmare, which could, I'm reaching a little bit here, but it could be a nod to WandaVision leaving the Hex. But anyway, continue, Mario.
Yeah, so yeah, things like that, I'm sure at this point, you know, Marvel, Disney, Sony, whoever, they know, you know, they know what their audience is like. You know what I mean? Like after WandaVision, look what they did with that show. They knew what we were going to think about everything. They knew we were going to be steps ahead of them. And they still ripped the fucking rug from under us and gave us a boner. No pun intended.
Oh, man.
So
that hurt. Man.
So you wonder, you know, what is this going to come to? Is this Daily Bugle thing just a little tease? Is it going to be something? Because it'd be so cool to see Spider-Man and Venom go at it.
Here's my thought. I think that to avoid having to retcon later, I do wonder. So Tom Holland has 2 movies left as Spider-Man left on his contract. I do wonder if Disney is not planning to use those Spider-Man movies, which they know are gonna, well, it'll be one more Spider-Man and an Avengers movie, to bring in money to fund the purchase of those Sony rights. And then of course we're all theorizing that he's going to like go into Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
His last name, right?
Maguire,
yeah. Tobey Maguire's like universe. So are they putting that logo in from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? And then we're also seeing stuff about our Avengers and then the whole like Spider-Man's a murderer thing on the wall to bring that universe in, so that if they are able to pay for and acquire those rights, they don't have to retcon stuff. They can be like, oh yeah, we already took these.
He's always been there.
Well, the Spider-Man murderer thing, that's a different deal. We'll get to in a second. But yeah, so that was my thing, looking at that Daily Bugle newspaper thinking, you know, I mean, they technically could say that was in the Raimi-verse because it takes place in San Francisco. But again, it wouldn't make sense because we had a Venom already in that universe. So it's kind of, you know, you might retcon something, who knows? You know, we could be overthinking this. You never know.
We usually are.
Yeah, so and they're doing that on purpose. They're definitely doing this on purpose to kind of get us thinking and getting the mind, you know, working, and then we're going to be totally wrong when we see this movie. But totally fine. And Alicia has a question. Yes, Alicia.
Question from Alicia?
I do have a question. I was wondering, what do you guys, if they do blend with the Tobey Maguire universe, do you think that they're going to de-ageify Tobey Maguire, or do you think they're going to show us a version of like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as an old man? Does he age?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to show him as an old man. I think they'll show
him
like
as an older guy. But does he age like normal people?
Yeah.
You know, I think the plan with, if they open up the Spider-Verse.
Oh wait, I think she's asking, does Spider-Man age?
Yeah, he ages normally.
Normal rate. Yep.
But also, don't you think that they had an opportunity to tie in the Tobey Maguire universe when they did Into the Spider-Verse?
That was, I mean, that was actually a tease. As an original idea was they were going to have Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield voice versions of Spider-Man in the movie. But
why didn't they?
They just, I don't think they could get them together, or it was too much, you know.
So maybe I'm wondering if this is just a big tease, because if they couldn't do it for Into the Spider-Verse, even with
don't
voices,
you bust my bubble, Lee. This is happening. This
you
is
stay
totally
in your
happening.
happy little bubble, but I'm gonna be the voice right now that says
that studio produced Into the Spider-Verse as a test. They wanted to test the audience to see if they were okay with all of these different Spider-Men.
Yeah, but I mean, Spider-Verse, Spider-Verse
yeah, but
was,
like,
but Spider-Verse was an animated feature, so like you can get they had a fucking pig. They had Spider Pig in that movie, so it's they like went crazy. So you know that's doable. That's acceptable because you can be as ridiculous as you want. But when you're looking at a live action film, people are not going to take that seriously. So when they start seeing all this wacky stuff happening, they're like, oh wow, I'm just watching a meme at this point. You know, it's like a little too much.
Okay. They're not going to bring in Spider Pig 100%.
Oh yeah,
but they should. I'm a number one fan.
What they were testing though is to see if the audience could handle and like comprehend that there could be more than one Spider-Man.
Is this confirmed or is this your head theory?
Oh no, this is a 100% theory.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. How come your head theory for Spider-Man is so different from your head theory for X-Men? Because it would have been so much easier for them to get them to voice characters in Into the Spider-Verse, just as easy it would have been for them to introduce X-Men, the original X-Men, into the multiverse with WandaVision.
No, I was totally down for the X-Men in WandaVision.
But you're like, I think that they had the opportunity there. They didn't take it, so I don't think they're going there.
That's because there was a deal that wasn't finalized yet between Sony and Marvel and Disney to be able to get those actors into one screen. Okay. Now there is. Okay. And now Sony and Marvel and Disney are all like, hey, wouldn't it be cool?
Oh, no.
I
disagree with you. I know what she's talking about. I don't think that they're going to bring in those X-Men. Not after they put what's his face in as Boner, because they would have to retcon that.
No, I'm with you on that. No, we're all over the place.
Right, those meds are kicking in right now. I feel like.
Yeah. So agreed. They missed their they passed the opportunity for X-Men. Mm-hmm. Like that's in the rearview mirror. But why this is different? Why they missed their opportunity and Into the Spider-Verse to have these characters voice characters in the animated features, because there wasn't technically a deal in place that allowed them to be friendly with each other, to have these different, actors come in because of stupid contract stuff.
So that was a clarifying question as to what is the difference between that opportunity and this opportunity, and he answered it very, very clearly. Thank you, Mike.
Yes. So I think that I am gonna still enjoy Spider-Man 3, No Way Home, if Tobey Maguire and all this doesn't start. However, I will be a bit shattered if it doesn't.
So Mario, though, to clarify, you do not want to see this happen, right?
I'm gonna buy a ticket either way. I think, because Spider-Man's always been one of my favorite characters. Looking at like the especially with how inspirational Spider-Verse was, where anybody can wear the mask. It's like, I love that concept. So I love that character. So I think I think they'll do it in a decent way, but I'm just scared. Like I mentioned, every time we talk about it, I'm just scared about how, they do too much. They made mistakes in the past with Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3 was too much. They put way too much into that movie with, Hobgoblin and Sandman and Venom. And it's just like, it's like, you got to relax. So it's like with, stuff like this, I know people are so excited. They want to see Toby back. They want to see Andrew back, but
I think the big difference between that, because I completely agree, Spider-Man 3 and in Tobey Maguire's trilogy was a mess. There's so much stuff going on in it. I think the difference is that we're going to have, hopefully, if this all pans out, we're going to have Disney and Marvel able to assist in helping control the chaos, because I thought the same exact thing when they started announcing like, "Ooh, we're going to have Avengers and we're going to have Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. and all these characters all on the screen at once," and I'm like, how are they going to even do this? There's no way this is going to make sense. And they nailed it. They nailed it multiple times, and I think that they're going to be able to nail this the same way they did with the Avengers if Disney and Marvel's involved.
You can do
kind of like they did with Hulk.
Yeah. Yep. So
Hulk was a shit show before Marvel and Disney united.
They saved Mr. Hulk. But another thing, and we'll briefly go over this, because one, I don't know how many people even know about this movie because I was going to call you Marvel because Mario brought it up to me yesterday, and I hadn't even heard of this movie.
It looks so good though. Like once you told us about it, and we watched the trailer, I was like, it looks really good.
So good, and it's made by Sony with an association to Marvel, just like they did for Venom. But it's called Morbius. And it has Jared Leto in it as the anti-hero Michael Morbius from Spider-Man. Didn't even know they were making this. Like this completely went past me.
Yeah.
But there are a couple key things from that movie. First off, go watch the trailer because it looks awesome. Totally gonna love that movie, I think. But a couple key things that are encouraging me with this crazy theory in my brain that all this is starting to come together is what you mentioned a second ago about the murderer graffiti. We've got Spider-Man graffiti on the wall with murderer tagged on top of it.
Oh, I thought that was in the Venom trailer.
No, that's
I'm
Morbius.
Sorry, I got confused. Mario like threw both of these at us all at once, and I got
I thought you guys had saw this. This came out like almost 2 years ago, it feels.
Yeah, the trailer again was right before COVID, so I think like it just screwed things up on releasing things. I also think there's maybe a deal that happened that maybe adjusted the timeline too. But anyway, graffiti, murderer on Spider-Man. I think that possibly could tie into the end of the second Spider-Man,
Far From Home, where he murdered Mysterio.
It was so interesting. Which, if you guys go look at the trailer, I'm sure if you look up the Google it at home, Spider-Man graffiti murder or whatever, they used an image from the Spider-Man PS4 game, which when that came out, every month or so they'd release new suits for the game. Like they would have like suits from like throughout Spider-Man's years. They put the Spider-Verse suits in there. And so people were going nuts saying for the longest time, when are they going to put the Raimi suit in there? We want to see the Raimi suit so we can relive Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 and all that. And so people went nuts about it. And I remember the day I was at work, they tweeted out, Insomniac put out a tweet with a screenshot of Spider-Man in the Raimi suit for the game. We're releasing free update today. Here's your Raimi suit, you fucking annoying fans. And they gave it to him. And so they so that image you see they put on Twitter, that's the one they used for the graffiti shot, which I thought was really interesting. So it's the Raimi suit. Mean? So I don't know. I think that was just them being lazy or something, or they just were like whatever, just to confuse us. Because when you watch the rest of the trailer, you get a big pop at the end because you hear a familiar voice and you see a familiar face. You see Michael Keaton in a prison garb. And last time we saw that cat in the prison garb, he was at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, brother. So that's a little bit of a trickery right there. Michael Keaton's in this flick, or so we think.
Man, it's happening. Disney has so much money. So much money.
That happening, like I was sort of like, I could see them, kind of trying to tie these universes together, whatever. But that scene, I just went, well, of course they're gonna have Tom Holland in these movies. Then, if they're bringing Michael Keaton from, there's we don't know for sure that is Vulture. His character from.
But he's in the same clothes.
But he's in the same.
They're springing him from jail,
We see that Jared Leto's character is escaping from jail. Like you see him in some prison attire later in the trailer, but like. The way he's talking, everything lines up to that being Vulture from Tobey Maguire's movies.
Meaning,
from Tom Holland's
movies. Meaning, probably gonna happen. My boy Morbius is putting together the Sinister Six, brother. If that's the case, so because I had my little theory about Loki maybe starting the Sinister Six. So I wonder if you get Morbius. Loki, what if we get a whole new Sinister Six? Have Doc Ock still, because the original Sinister Six, I believe, Doc Ock,
Sandman, I think, Electro.
Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Goblin.
There was actually somebody saw a tag for shoot. now I'm forgetting the serial killer.
Oh, the Zodiac killer.
The Zodiac killer sign tagged on the wall too, and was theorizing that the Zodiac killer would be part of the Sinister Six. Like they would write him in as somebody.
Yeah, they could.
Sandman and Craven, Mario.
Sandman and Craven, yeah. So there's been a lot of different versions
Craven
of the
the
Sinister Six.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Like Taven the Hunter.
Hey.
Okay.
That's where I got it from. So
either way.
So I wonder if that's going to be what was I just going to say? I forgot. But yeah, so I wonder if they're going to start putting that together, in that way. My dream, because I like that they're going to bring back more, I want more Spider-Man villains. They're my favorite villains. Like a shout out to Alex Lopez, if you're listening to this, Alicia's brother. He introduced me to one of my favorite comics of all time now, which is called Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Now this is I want this to be a show so bad. Like I want to get in touch with Disney so bad. Make Superior Foes of Spider-Man. It's basically a story about like the B and C tier like villains of Spider-Man. It's like Shocker, like Boomerang, and all those dudes. And it's just hilarious. I can see him doing like a Suicide Squad type deal
with the Spider-Man villains.
Like, it's so much fun. I love it because there's no Spider-Man in this comic. It's just a bunch of them goofing off. It's just so much fun. So I'm hoping I'm hoping this is gonna start opening up the Spider-Man universe more.
That would
and
make a really cool show, though.
Yeah,
Disney+.
You guys got to read the book. If you guys could find a book somewhere, it's so good.
Do you own it?
I have it on digital somewhere, but I want a physical copy really bad. I can never find a physical copy anywhere. But
I'll have to get Micah on it.
Yeah.
Comic book
Superior Foes of Spider-Man. But yeah,
I think either way, I'm definitely going to watch these two movies. I'm hopeful that this is going to start tying into something bigger. And one last note on Morbius is, we did get the trailer at the beginning of 2020 before COVID. I don't think COVID was the reason they delayed the movie, though. I think there was a deal between Sony and Marvel that may have delayed the movie to appear after the next Spider-Man movie, because I think
it releases right after.
It releases a few weeks after the third Spider-Man movie. So I think
potentially amazing things in our future.
Yes. So I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. So
yes.
Yeah, super excited for all that stuff though.
Yep, and I think that's gonna do for the nerdy news today. A lot of stuff happened to this week, guys. Absolutely fun stuff. We love it.
What a time to be a nerd.
What a time to be a nerd. So to end the show every week, of course, we gotta hit them with the nonsense draft.
Nonsense draft.
There's an echo. Beautiful. This week, well, we'll talk about last week. I already talked smack earlier, but we'll talk about it again. Mike beat me in the Star Wars one. Congratulations to Mike.
2 wins in a row, baby. Let's go. That's why I got the headband on. Let's get it.
Shut that shit down.
Let's get it.
Go ahead and roll for initiative while you're chatting, guys.
Oh yeah, let's roll.
I can get us set up.
So while
13.
While we're getting that set up, this week we are doing.
Hold on.
This week we are doing mythical creatures.
18.
We're gonna
drafting mythical creatures.
13 for me. Mythical creatures. So any mythical creature, squad of 4, best mythical creatures. Let's see what we can get going.
Mario.
In honor of House of Dragon.
Both got 13. Roll again.
Oh, we gotta roll again. Yep. Shit. I put it away. Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah, buddy. So we're gonna keep
19. Let's go.
Rolling. Oh no! What does that mean? Because I got a 19.
It was just a break, me and him.
Wait, you
okay?
Down.
Oh wait, you got 19
down,
too?
Mike. Mike's like, I need that first pick.
I know exactly.
All right. So the order is Mike, Lee, Mario, Barrett.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm keeping the winning streak alive. There's a slam dunk pick here for a mythical creature that I'm going to grab as soon as I can. I'm picking Dragon. Dragon is my selection. Boom, lock it in.
Y'all, shut that shit down, though. Don't vote for Mike.
Don't vote for Mike.
Don't vote for Mike.
I feel like
he might have the number 1 pick. Don't vote for him.
I'm going to have some slander ads this week. People are going to be knocking me.
For our chat, you guys let us know
who we miss.
Picking.
Yeah.
Let us know what mythical creatures.
Yes.
What would you select first?
Okay.
So
Lee, you are up with your very first pick.
My very first pick is going to be the hottest mythical creature amongst preteen and young girls at this moment in time, and also one of the most important creatures in the Harry Potter universe. One of the most sacred, I should say. It is the unicorn.
Oh,
the
nice
unicorn.
Pick. Yep,
big points with Penny now.
Penny was trying to get me to get that.
Was she? She said it wasn't that.
It's one of the things she was trying to get me to get.
All right.
Mario.
All right. I knew that dirty Mike was gonna take my dragon.
Yeah, buddy.
But I always come prepared in case my dragons get taken away, because this counts, and this is way cooler, brother. I'm taking the Hydra.
Oh, the Hydra was on my list.
I had that written down too, and I was like, I think people may forget about this. That was good.
Yeah, I have a couple that are like that. Like,
yeah.
people may
Three
forget
heads
about
are better than one, brother.
I like it. That's
okay,
solid.
For my first pick, and then it'll snake back around, I'm going to take, like any true Slytherin, the Basilisk.
No, that was on mine too.
Yep.
And then my next question is whether or not you guys will let this one count. Will a Dementor count as a mythical creature?
It's a creature.
All right,
allow it.
Dementor.
I mean, didn't J.K. Rowling say like all those were like based on like
inspired by
stuff like that?
I don't know about Dementor. I think
absolutely-
Dementor is more like it's more like the personification of depression.
Or like what's it called? Like this, like
based on a Lethifold.
A Lethifold. Okay.
Which is like a black shadow
Just
thing.
because she said a big word, I'm gonna allow it.
She got you.
Okay, that means Mario.
Me again?
Again.
All right. I'm gonna. Speaking of Harry Potter, this is one of the dopest creatures. I'm taking the Phoenix.
Oh man!
Ah!
This is off
Brilliant
the board.
creatures,
Mario
Phoenixes.
Lima.
Dang it, man!
Brilliant creatures, Phoenixes. Beautiful.
I was hoping
You
to see
asshole. That was like my number 2 pick, you jackass.
Was it really?
Yes.
I love Phoenixes.
Bro, I was turning into a phoenix in our original Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
right.
True, true.
Lee, that means we're back to you. Now that your Phoenix is gone, what's it gonna be?
Ugh.
that.
Okay.
Oh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, Lee?
I have a real fun story about this one. So I think it's Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Virginia, has a really fun ride. There's actually 2 really fun rides. But I'm going back and forth between, but one of them is near and
I think she's gonna take my pick.
Oh.
This sounds like a ride.
Yeah, one of them is near and dear to my heart because my little brother Alex, when he was about 10 years old, rode this ride. And he was like, "Oh, Nessie, you did it to me again!" It was his first upside down loop-the-loop. So I'm going with the Loch Ness Monster, y'all.
Okay,
because
all right.
Yep, that was on.
I know what you're going for now, Mike. I see
It's
you.
on my Loch Ness is on my list, but I have one higher than that.
Okay.
Shit. I know which one you're going for.
Woo, man, that was close. I don't even know if this is a ride. It sounds like it should be a ride. That should be at Busch Gardens if it's not. I'm going for the giant sea octopus, the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Nice.
I believe
Kraken.
that the Kraken is at Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Oh, there you go. So it is a ride.
That's
So
why
I
you
think
had him
so.
freaking out.
I'm glad that I got nervous, legitimately now. Okay, so Kraken.
All
I
right.
got my top 2 picks, guys. I had Dragon and Kraken as my first
Ah.
2.
Dragon and Kraken.
Oh,
Kraken
man,
the
I'm
Dragon.
so happy about that.
All right, Mike, we're snaking back around to you. So your third mythical creature. What's it gonna be?
I think I may go with Medusa.
Oh, that was on my
Ooh.
list.
I'm gonna go with Medusa with the snake
Dang it,
hair,
I really wanted Medusa.
turning you into stone.
All right.
Well, your
I'll put it on.
basilisk does that, right? Doesn't it turns turns people to paralyzes them, I guess.
Yeah.
Mine goes full stone. You turn into a statue.
I just thought it would be cool with my group, but whatever. All right, Lee, take something Mike wants.
All right, so this next one is also a super gnarly ride at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I really hope Expecto Go is still in the chat because, like, they live right in this area, so I feel like they probably. He
said shout VA, and he said I know what it is.
You know what my second one is? My second one is the dopest coaster in that park as of the time that I went, and it was the Griffin.
Oh, nice. That's a good pick.
All right, that's a good one. Pick. All right, Mario.
All right,
pick, sir.
All right. Let's see. I have so many. This is the first one I had like a lot in here, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. Pretty dope. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go with the werewolf.
Okay.
Oh, nice selection.
I'm surprised that dropped to the third round. I thought werewolf was gonna go in the first round.
There were just so many good picks.
Yeah,
I know there really were. Okay, so I've got my last two picks as it snakes back around to me. So the one that I really wanted was the sea siren.
Oh, sea siren.
The sea siren. And then for my last one, I'm between two. They're really opposite.
Oh no.
So do I go with the gingerbread man or the succubus?
Did you just pick yours all out of Shrek?
Do I stick with my personality with the gingerbread man, or do I go on theme and go with the
buttons?
I think the gingerbread man. The gingerbread man needs to be your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with succubus so that it goes with my.
I would say if
Mario, that means gingerbread man is still on the board. For
No. That might be my salacious crumb of the week if I pick gingerbread man.
Yes.
So I don't know. How many do I have left? One, right?
One pick left.
One left.
One
this is your
last
one.
left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is tough. I have so many, but I think I'm going to take the Chimera.
Okay.
Which is the lion, goat, and serpent hybrid.
Yeah, that one was on my list too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was really nervous. You're about to pair something.
I'm seeing the Gingy quotes in chat.
You're a monster! Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
Not the Muffin
Man. I should have picked my gingerbread man. All right, Lee. What's your final pick?
All right, guys. I'm real stuck on this one. Man. I got a couple of picks. I know that Penny has got Mike Jones in for something, right? You still got Penny's pick in there, right? I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
You don't have to cover it. She can't see.
I know. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. This is big. This is big.
Okay, so Wizard Way Chris told me about this mythical creature.
Oh.
And I was very excited to learn about it because it is super cute and super awesome. I think I'm gonna go with the Kitsune. It's a fairy fox. It's a fox.
Spell it, please.
Kitsune. It's Kitsune. I was going back and forth between that.
Now that I see it right now, I've seen that before. Yeah.
It's a fox that's like super smart and has magical powers.
Okay,
nice.
that sounds super cool. Kitsune.
Oh man.
Think like Vulpix meets like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick. But now I have no idea what I'm gonna pick because I have too many to choose from.
Yeah, I hear you.
Penny gave you a few that I promised you get one.
I promised I would pick this, and so I'm gonna do it for Penny. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick something that's better than a unicorn because it can fly. I am going with the Pegasus.
That's not you need an alicorn.
No, I want a Pegasus.
Okay.
I know that the alicorn has the horn still, but the Pegasus is probably more well known than an alicorn.
That's
so
true.
I'm going
That's
with
true.
Pegasus.
I was on my list.
I would note that Bigfoot, vampires, Cerberus, Centaur, Minotaur, mermaids, fairies.
Mermaids, fairies. Okay, wait.
Did not get picked.
I had fairies, I had a hippogriff, I had a mermaid, I had pixies, I had leprechauns, I had vampires, I had elves, and I had sphinxes on my list. I could have made this
the 10. Two on my list that didn't get picked were the gingerbread man and magical yard gnomes.
Magical yard gnomes?
You know, like
as in Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and
they
Juliet.
Come alive at night
Romeo and Juliet.
Yard work. Yeah. I apparently don't have those yard gnomes.
All right.
No, you need them.
Let's read these teams
out. All right,
out.
so here's our team. This was a fun draft.
This was really fun.
Draft.
Yeah, good pick, Lee. Good job. This was Lee's idea.
Thanks.
Kudos to Lee. Good job.
All right, so here's our final picks. Everybody make sure that you head to Twitter to cast your vote this week.
For me, please.
Not Mike.
Just anyone but Mike. Guys, anybody but Mike, because I cannot deal with this head if it continues to grow. Okay.
My hair just continues to grow is what's happening.
I'm just saying, y'all, if you want my respect back, start to get hasting those votes. I'm still pissed at y'all.
So Mike's team, we've got the dragon, the kraken, Medusa, and a Pegasus. Pegasus. That's like you've got.
I thought Medusa was yours.
I wanted it, but he picked it first. You've got the sky, the sea, my pick, and then you've got two of them. Okay, anyways, Lee has got the unicorn, Nessie, the griffin, and a kitsune.
Yes.
That's the
exotic.
Yeah, that was like the cool like hipster.
Yeah, that was exotic. The hipster.
That was the indie pick, y'all.
Yeah.
Mario has the Hydra, the Phoenix, a werewolf, and the Chimera.
Yo, Mario's team's stacked.
Yeah, Mario has a really good team this week. I'll give him that. And then last but not least, my team has the Basilisk. If you're any kind of Slytherin, you'll be casting your vote right here.
And the Dementor.
And we have a Dementor.
Dementor.
My people. The Sea Siren and the Succubus.
I feel like you would have locked it up if you picked Gingerbread Man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Should have gone with the Gingerbread Man.
No,
truly
you
evil.
did. You did right.
Evil.
You did right.
So like we said, cast your vote on Twitter for
anybody but Mike.
No, vote for Mike.
May the best magical creatures win.
Streak of 3 wins happening right now. Here it goes, starting this week.
What's that? A hat trick.
A hat trick. Good job. Look at you.
Good job.
A soccer player.
Woo!
Well, that just about does it for us this week, ladies and gentlemen, for the Friggin Nerds Podcast. As always, every Tuesday, you can catch us here on twitch.tv/Friggin Nerds Media. Watch us record the show live, hang out in the chat and hang out and yell at us and talk our picks and whatnot. Catch the show on Spotify, Google Podcasts, everywhere you get your podcasts over on Thursday, and also on YouTube on Thursday. Check us out. Subscribe to the Friggin Nerds YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter for updates. Follow and subscribe on Twitch as well. And we're gonna have some more content coming for the rest of the week. We have some Friggin Arcade games coming up, and Saturday, the big favorite, Crafts and Cocktails are coming back.
Crafts and Cocktails.
It's happening. We're doing more diamond painting, y'all.
And what drink are we doing?
Dark and Stormies.
Oh,
you heard it here first, friends.
Speak it to my soul.
Now that one I'm going to be drinking with y'all. I'll be drinking with y'all on that one because that other one was gross to me. So I'll be drinking those Dark and Stormies with y'all. But again, guys, thank you for supporting, and it's always a great time to hang out with you guys and with the Friggin Nerds Podcast. I'm Mario Lima.
I'm Friggin Nerd Lee.
I'm Friggin Nerd Mike.
I'm Friggin Nerd B.
And you guys have been friggin' awesome. As always, stay friggin' nerdy. See you guys next week.
Stay friggin' nerdy.
Stay friggin' nerdy, folks.